And I said to them, in the meantime, so how do I eat? I can't even, again, I'm out of work. I can't even get out of this area. I haven't eaten. I can't get out of this area. It's not that freaking easy at all. And it's frustrating to see comments like there's so many resources. If there were, trust me, I would have been done it. Who the fuck would want to be outside? Family Promise I did call, and Family Promise, I believe, only helps families. And that's another issue. A lot of places only help women with children, or pregnant women, or DV victims. There's not a place that I know that's for single women. Most of it is women with children, and the only shelter that I do know that helps women has a 60 to 70 people waiting list in front of me. Family Promise for some reason rings a bell because I feel like I just mentioned them the other day, Family Promise. So, but that sounds super familiar to me. Shit. So, I mean, people who say there's so many resources, it's very easy to say there's so many resources when you're not in this situation. It's very easy to Google. You can Google anything and say there's a million resources. Doesn't mean I qualify, or doesn't mean that there's an opening. That's what y'all need to realize. There may be a ton of resources out there. Doesn't mean that they have any openings, or doesn't mean that I qualify. So that's another thing. It is just not that easy. So please don't anybody think that I'm not trying. If there was a place that I could go and get housed, why the fuck would I not? Why would I want to be? Why would I not? Why would I want to be out here? No food, no shower, that doesn't even make any sense, remotely any sense. And to say, what is that? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what the hell that is. You need a car to go to the resources. And the shelter, yes, you have to go there. You physically have to go there. It's no online application. You physically have to go there. So if you can't get there, then what? You're still SOL. Like, I feel like these places are literally making it absolutely impossible for people to get any sort of help. I feel like it's just freaking impossible. Because when I originally filled out the application, I said, well, what do I do? Can I fill out one online? She was like, no, you need to come here. Now, if you can't get there, then what? I filled out an application. I don't know if we're talking about the same county, because I know every county is different, every state is different, and I'm saying that because the one county that I'm in, they made you come in and do an application. The other county that I called, they said they personally do not house anybody. In order to get housed in the other county, you have to call 211, and then 211 has to refer you, and then they basically set you up in that county shelter. So I feel like every county is different, because the county I'm in accepts people like directly through them, but the adjoining county absolutely does not. You have to go through 211. So, and I know that because I absolutely called. So for people to say there's so many resources, there's absolutely really not. I mean, I don't know anybody that... Why the hell would I want to be out here if I could have a place to stay? Like, I have no dinner. The plan for tonight is what you see walking around. So, and somebody else had said a comment, the video that I posted, because I still haven't watched, still have bites all over me. Somebody had made a comment, oh, you're in a hotel room. I can hear the TV in the back. Yeah, there was a TV in the back. Where I work, the break room for employees has a TV in it. That's why you heard a TV. That's not a hotel room. I don't know why y'all think I'm in a hotel room. Susie, I stayed at a hotel, I want to say, last week. And the day after, I woke up and I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't in the dark. But see my hand, all these red bites? I have bites. I even have a bite on my face. I have a bite here. They might have run away. I had a bite on my neck. I have bites on my ankles. Everybody, when I went live, they were like, oh, that's bed bugs. I don't know if it's bed bugs. Like I said, I've never come in contact with bed bugs ever, so I really don't know. But I wanted to wash my clothes because, like I said, these are the only clothes that I have. So Amy, I swear I don't know what they are. I don't know. But when I checked out of the hotel the next day, I said something to the hotel, and I got bit. They were like, well, do you have any proof? Did you take any pictures or anything? I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't realize it till the next day, so they didn't help me. But I'm noticing this was last week. Still to this day, I'm noticing bites on my ankles, bites on my wrist, bites on my fingers. Like I said, I have one on my face, bites on my stomach. They're everywhere. I wish I knew where they were coming from. I don't know if they're in my clothes. I genuinely do not know where the hell they are coming from. So if a family would sponsor you and fly you over New Jersey and stay with them, would I go? No, I wouldn't go. I know nothing about, and this is also, would you tell your daughter or your niece? I'm super itchy, and it burns, like in a weird way it burns. I would not go. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this family. I don't know who they are. I'm by myself. I'm a female. I'm not just gonna go to somebody's house that I know absolutely nothing about. I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable with that. You could put any picture up and say that you're this, that, and the third. Doesn't mean that's necessarily true. So, no, I don't really feel comfortable with that. People could say, oh, it's better than staying on the street. I don't necessarily know if it is, because Lord knows what the fuck could happen when you get, Lord knows what could happen when you get there. So I don't think it's safe. If you would tell your daughter, your niece, your sister, your auntie, your grandma, if you would tell them to do it, then cool. But I would not recommend that to anybody. I just wouldn't. I don't think it's safe. I really, really don't think it's safe. You never know what intentions are of people. You never know what they're planning on doing. You just never know. Literally, you just never know. You never know. I could put a picture of a nun. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a nun. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think that's really safe. So trust me, if there was an option, I would do something as opposed to being out here. Exactly. Now, people are crazy. You just never know. That's exactly what it is. You never know. It's just beyond frustrating for people to think it just frustrates me when I hear people say there's so many resources and there's just not. Trust and believe. I don't know how I can say it. If there were a place, if a shelter would open, why would I not go? Why the fuck would I be on the street? That in itself makes no fucking sense. And you don't just go there and tell them, house me. It doesn't work like that. It absolutely does not work like that. If there was a place that would feed me, I would absolutely go. It does not work like that. It doesn't work with my schedule. So the comments that I'm seeing, that there's so many resources and this and that, there may be, but doesn't necessarily mean that I qualify. Trust me, I would do absolutely anything to get out of this situation. And when I say I take 2 steps ahead, I take 5 steps fucking back. Like I said, I even tried a different county. They won't even accept me. So I'm limited to one shelter in one county, and that's it, with the 60 or 70 people ahead of me. And I've been on the waiting list. I've been on the waiting list for a couple months. So what, was there 200 people in front of me? Like that's what it's just beyond frustrating. It's beyond frustrating, not eating, not sleeping. It's fucking beyond frustrating. If there were some place to shelter open, I would absolutely go. But as far as going to somebody's house, I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable with. Eva's Village is the place I called. They're outside my county, and they don't accept me because my ID says a completely different county. That's the place that I was like, oh, but I'm staying in. I've been in this county for a couple months. She was like, nope, it has to be what your ID says. So it's just, they're willing to help me. I understand they're willing to help me, but I don't know who they are. I don't know who you are. It's just that in itself is just a weird situation. It is. It's just a weird situation. How long ago was that you went there from Bergen County? Because I legitimately called them at 3:45 or something today. I literally called them today, and that's what I was told. And they were they definitely must have changed, because they were even the ones that told me they don't those people directly. I have to go through 211, get a referral, and then if 211, if 211, refers me, then they send me over there. I don't think going with strangers is safe at all, but some people have other things in mind, saying it's better than being on the street. But there's crazy people out there. You never know. I understand they don't know me and they may be willing to help, but I just don't know. Like, they could pose as the nicest, greatest family in the world, and then I get there and everything goes left. Now, nobody knows where I am. Nobody knows the people that I'm staying. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just puts me in a very strange situation. I feel like now I'm putting myself in a situation where it could be potentially harmful for me. It could be a different process, and 2018, and I feel like maybe things changed after COVID. Like, I know a lot of things changed after COVID, so I don't know if it's that. Like, I genuinely don't know. But for the life of me, if I knew of a place to go to, I damn sure would. I just nothing is open. I can't, nothing is open. Waiting list, I don't qualify. There's just, at this point, there's nothing I can do. So it's like I'm trying my damn hardest, but it's just, nothing seems to be working out. So, I mean, at this point, it is what it is. And like I said, people are like, oh, well, quit your job to get ahead. Again, even if I quit, it's still gonna take, now I gotta fill out another application, go through that whole process. That could take 6 to 8 months. So now if I'm not working for 6 months, what happens in that 6 months? What happens in that 6 months if they approve me? And what if they deny me? If they deny me, now I'm back to finding a job. You get what I'm saying? So it's I don't think people really understand that at all. I cannot stress enough, people saying there's so many resources. If there were, I would be calling these places. Like, I don't, I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. There's something bothering you. Yeah, you know what's bothering me? What's bothering me is the lack of resources, the lack of I feel like I'm trembling from not eating. The lack of food, the lack of just everything. I have a headache from, like, legitimately a headache from not eating. So that's what's bothering me. Just the lack of help. Not from y'all, I'm saying the lack of help from the government, the lack of resources, that you're literally limited to what the county that is on your ID. I don't understand. If you're homeless and there's an opening in another county, why can't you go to that county? I don't understand that. I don't know how this situation works, but I don't understand why you go to another county if there's an opening. Why do you have to be in the county that's on your ID? That's what I don't get. Hitchhike to another. I mean, I'm not gonna hitchhike to another state.